Hello. Today we're going to do some of my favorite movements for releasing tension in your back and kind of reorganizing and re-coordinating how the muscles along your spine and on your back work and how they work together to make sure that they're engaging as much as they can, but more importantly, more difficult to release as much as they can. So I'm going to go through everything and explain it as I go. The biggest thing is to just move slowly and to really feel what muscles are working as you're doing the movement and what muscles are releasing when you're reversing the movement. First thing is just take a seat or get in a comfortable position and check out how your back feels. How does your neck feel? Kind of roll your head around, roll your shoulders, maybe like twist, wiggle. What do you feel like? How is your back right now? Just so you have a sense of the work that you do and what you actually accomplish in your body, so you can feel what's actually happening. So the first shape, come onto your back. Have the soles of your feet on the floor. Just get comfy. And this is another place to kind of check in with tension and how does your back feel? Does it feel symmetrical? What moves as you breathe in your torso? Moving really slowly and with your breath. On your inhale, press into the base of your tailbone so that your back arches. Big inhale, arching your back. Take the full length of your exhale to flatten your spine back down to the floor. Press into the tip of your tailbone on the inhale to arch. And exhale to come back down. Keep doing this, moving with your breath. And as you're doing this really small, subtle movement, can you feel what muscles are actually making this happen? There are lots of them, there's no right or wrong answer, just notice. What muscles are contracting and getting shorter when you're arching? All along your spine. And then those same muscles are releasing, getting longer and soft as you round your back. Two more like that. Inhale to arch. And exhale to round. Bring your left knee into your chest, straighten your right leg along the floor. Take a couple breaths here. Take your attention to your low back. How does your left side low back feel compared to your right side low back? Switch knees. Notice your body getting heavier as you exhale. Muscles softening, giving in to gravity. And bring both knees into your chest. Feel your low back get nice and long, kind of wiggle around on it, get some more sensory feedback. And then roll up to seated. You can flip over onto your belly. So you're going to have your left hand on the floor with your left elbow as wide as you can. So you really want that left elbow reaching wide. Right hand down by your side. Turn your face to your left elbow. You're going to keep your left hand on the floor. As you inhale, lift your left elbow, feel your shoulder blades slide into your spine, and then as you exhale, relax completely to zero effort. A couple more like that, focusing on the release. Inhale to lift, and exhale to release. Leave your left shoulder on the floor, your left elbow. On your next inhale, lift your head, look over your left shoulder. And exhale, right back to zero effort. Inhale to lift. And exhale to zero. Last one. We're going to do the hand and the head together now. Notice what's happening along your back. Notice the muscles along your spine that are involved in this. Notice your right side glutes, your right side butt, how it's trying to get involved. So nice and slow again on the inhale. Keep your hand on your cheek, lift your elbow, look over your shoulder. And exhale to come back down. Make sure your shoulder comes right back to zero effort. And exhale down. One more on the side. Inhale to lift. And exhale down. Leave your top half as it is. Point your right toes. Lift your right thigh from the very crease of your butt. You want to be lifting from the top of the hamstrings. So point your toes on the inhale, lift your right thigh, and exhale, let it come back down. Feel your right side glutes come back to zero effort. One more. And then top half and bottom half together. So your elbow is going to lift, hand stays on your face, look over your left shoulder, same time you lift your right leg. On the inhale. And exhale back down. Let's go for 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both hands under your forehead. Just take a couple breaths in symmetry. Just noticing here, how does your left shoulder feel compared to the right? How does your right side glutes and hips compare to the left? How does your spine feel? And then turn your head to the right. Right elbow is nice and wide. Left hand down by your hips. Keep your hand on the floor. On the inhale, lift your right elbow. And exhale, let it melt right back down to the floor. 2 more. Last one, inhale, lift. Keep your hand on the floor for the next one. As you inhale, lift your head, look over your right shoulder. And exhale back to zero effort. Inhale to lift. Last one, inhale to lift. And exhale to release. This time, head and elbow are going to move together. Keep your hand on your cheek. As you inhale, lift your head, lift your elbow. And exhale to come down. 2 more. Last one. Leave your upper body as it is. Point your left toes. Lift right from the top of the thigh. On the inhale, left thigh comes up. Exhale, let it melt back down. Inhale last time. Top and bottom half together. Inhale to lift your elbow, lift your face, hand comes off the floor, left leg comes up. And exhale, release. For 5. Last 3. And 2. And 1. Bring both hands back under your forehead. Couple breaths in symmetry. Notice the differences between left shoulder and right shoulder. Notice the muscles along your spine, how they move with your breath. Feel the skin of your thighs. Feel the weight of yourself on the floor. Press yourself up to hands and knees. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Just wiggle your spine around. Push it out to one side. Round your back as much as you can. Arch your back. Anything that feels good. How many different shapes can you make with your spine? Anything that feels good here. Really just let your body do what it wants. And when you're ready, you can come back to seated. Maybe sitting in the same shape that you started. And just take a couple breaths. Notice what's changed. For these kind of movements in particular, I've noticed that the change happens throughout the next couple of hours, days, and weeks. These muscles, they're tiny little movements that get into your brain, and it's repatterning stuff, and it's neural stuff that is happening that's actually showing your body different ways to move. So just look out for that in the next couple hours, especially. Like, what happens in your spine? You may feel a big drop in your shoulders, or I felt a big drop on the right side of my pelvis the first time I did this. Anything could happen. Be open to it. Take one more big breath here. Appreciate yourself for doing something for yourself. Thank you for moving around with me.